When people talk about how much they're selling their house for, they don't talk about how much it actually costs to get that done. So in this video, I break down exactly what it cost me to sell my house, with a total at the end, how long the process took, and a trick the buyers used twice to try and reduce the price. First and foremost, putting the house on the market. I listed it with a real estate agent. They provide photography and advertising and provide high quality photos to make sure the listing stood out on the market. This came to a total of $1,704, and payment is taken on the day of sale. Number 2, legal fees. Legal fees cover the solicitor's work handling contracts. They're called a conveyancer, and it's essential to have one. I paid $200 as a deposit up front, and they took the rest on the day of sale. The total for this was $827.79. Number 3, fire alarm compliance. In Queensland, it's a legal requirement to have compliant smoke alarms before selling a property. The cost covered the installation and certification. The total cost for this was $700, and it was paid as soon as the job was done. Number 4, PEXA fees. Now, PEXA basically just handles electronic settlement of the sale, legal and financial aspects. This is a small fee in relation to everything else. It's $137.39. Payment was taken on day of sale. Number 5, mortgage discharge fee. Now, as if the bank doesn't already get enough money, they charge you to discharge the mortgage, covering the admin side to essentially pay out your mortgage. This was $231.98, and it's taken on day of sale. Now, this is the final one, and then I'll give you a total cost after it. So this is the agent commission. Now, this is the biggest single cost of the sale. The commission paid to the real estate agent is calculated as a percentage. So this figure will be different for every house because every house sells for different amounts. And then there's some variability between percentage taken between real estate agents. The total agent commission on this house was $16,560, and that was taken on the day of sale. Now, just before I give you the total cost, I'll tell you how long it took from the day it was on the market to the day the money went into my account. And that total amount of days came to 60 days. Now, for the grand total of all them amounts I went through previously, everything I included: marketing photography, legal fees, fire alarm compliance, the PEXA fees, the mortgage discharge fee, and the agent commission. This came to a total of $20,161.16. Now, for the final bit of this video, I'll give you the trick that the buyer used twice to try and reduce the sale price. So the first time they used it was just before the contract was supposed to go unconditional. And unconditional essentially means once it's signed, unless I seriously fuck up and break rules in the contract, then they can't pull out. The day before that happened, they asked for a 1-week extension, which was fine. I granted it. And then a week went by. The day before it was supposed to go unconditional again, they put in a price reduction of $2,500. There was a minor repair to be made on the bathroom cabinet, which is fine. I'll take that. But because they were wanting to rent it out as soon as they purchase it, they wanted to get it professionally cleaned, landscaped, etc. Part of that $2,500 was to include cleaning and all of that stuff. Had I not have previously had an offer on the house that fell through before this one, I probably would have declined it. But because of that situation, I decided to approve the $2,500 reduction. Once that was done, it went unconditional. The second time they tried it was on day of settlement. So the settlement is essentially where they pay for the house, the money goes into my account, the house becomes theirs. They again, $2,000 reduction, and the reason was for cleaning. But they'd already used this reason. We didn't have to get a bond clean. And going back to the conveyancer that I paid for, $827 I believe it was, is essentially the solicitor who deals with the contracts, said that they had no contractual basis for the reduction, therefore they couldn't stop settlement, and it went through. So the first time they got the $2,500 reduction, the second time we refused it and the sale still went ahead. So it just goes to show, even when you think it's sorted, buyers can still try the luck at the last minute. In the next video, I'll take you through exactly how I'm applying for my visa in Thailand, because that's the reason I was selling the house. I'm going to cover the paperwork, the requirements, and the surprising things I've learned in the process. So if you're curious about how to actually make a move like this happen, and Thailand specifically, then hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.